Hi everyone, and welcome back to our series on transforming customer support through data. I am Florian, I'm head of product at Isara, and today we'll be diving into something many support leaders rely on, which is customer support satisfaction, or CSAT. To help unpack the first in-house CSAT is used today, I am joined by Jon Vaughan, CEO of Isara. Jon, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, good to be here.
So let's get straight into it. CSAT is one of the most common support metrics. Why are we questioning its reliability?
So yes, you're absolutely right. CSAT is the critical KPI for customer support teams, for any organisation that has a significant relationship with their customers. Everybody knows what the CSAT number is. It is a KPI that's used outside of the support team. It's a KPI that's sometimes published by companies, and it's a KPI that's compared between companies. The thing with the basis of the CSAT calculation is what we're questioning. And how exactly CSAT is calculated is something that's not as well known as, anywhere near as well known as what the CSAT number is. The CSAT number is derived from surveys of customers, and what is little known is that the response rate to those customer questionnaires is very, very low. We have seen, in fact, the best we have seen from our partners is a 10% response rate to those questionnaires, and sometimes down to a 3% response rate. So it is a very small sample size. That's one of the significant problems with the CSAT calculation. But the second problem is that you don't get a normal sample. You don't get a randomized sample from your customer base. That 3% or 5% of submissions contains only those customers who've got plenty of time to fill in customer surveys, or people that are particularly aggrieved with your service.
So the problem is not only a small sample, it's also a biased one.
Yes, that's right. It's heavily biased. The core of your audience, the core of your customer group that are the highest paying, the best retained, your most loyal customers, are also your most busy customers, the most productive, the people with the least time to spare to fill out customer surveys.
So that's sort of brings us to the concept of the silent majority. Those customers never fill out the surveys. Why is this group so important?
What companies would like to get from a CSAT statistic is an understanding particularly about that group. You want to know, are these customers leaning towards churning away from your product, or on the other hand, are improved, say, customer support measures having a positive impact on that group? But actually, you're not hearing from that group at all. And that is really the cornerstone of what we're trying to fix with Isara.
So let's say you're speaking to a VP of customer experience or head of customer support, someone who's relying actively on CSAT right now. What's your advice?
Yeah. Okay. So we recognise that CSAT it's not just something that is being reported out by your team. It's something that is a critical metric. It reflects how well you are doing in support. It's something that you use to help you tune your support processes. It's how you decide whether improvements to your support process are working. It's how you can actually measure your entire operation. And the thing to say is that you've just got to remember that you're basing that on a very small sample of people, and a small sample of people who don't at all represent your entire audience. And so we're not trying to, at Isara, we're not trying to do away with CSAT. What we're trying to do is give an accurate reading of CSAT, and an accurate reading based on the most important customers that you have. That is not, and it's not just the fact that you can get a more accurate number, it's that you can get a more timely number. because this is a figure that's generated across your entire user base, and because it is based on conversations that were happening, 1 minute ago, 30 seconds ago, not surveying people from 2 weeks ago, you get a completely new edge. You can find out whether your changes are working right now against the users that you really care about.
So what's the alternative? If CSAT can't be trusted on its own, how should customer support teams measure customer satisfaction?
Well, if you think back to the reason that CSAT surveys began, it is because the volume of support messages and the volume of communication that a company deals with day to day is an insurmountable or has been an insurmountable problem to generate information from. So you could either rely on the opinion of your support agents about how a customer felt, or you could independently survey a sample of your customers and see how they felt. So in 2024, 2025, advances in machine learning and AI allow computer systems to process all of your support messages, to process all of your conversations. So rather than needing to survey your customers, ask them a question which is after the fact, when they may be, it may be days or weeks beyond when they had a problem, you can actually look at the exact conversations, the exact messages that they sent back and forward, and the volume of those messages, which was previously in an insurmountable difficulty to process, now using AI, it is possible. So you can examine every single piece of communication you've had with your customer, and you can get an accurate measure of the customer satisfaction from those conversations. So finally, you can get a true picture of CSAT for your organization.
Jon, thank you. This was both eye-opening and very practical. If you are a support leader watching this and you want to explore Isara, you can head out to our website, isara.ai, and you can join or start the trial. We offer a 30-day trial. And please don't hesitate to contact us for any questions. Thank you. Thank you, Jon.
Thank you.